Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex. Welcome back to another video on Tech Nerds. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing why I believe the iPad mini is going to be discontinued. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please drop a big like on this video. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications to never miss out on a brand new video on the channel. Let's get right into this video. You're probably thinking, Alex, there's been iPad mini 6 leaks. What are you talking about? Hear me out. So you know how there's an iPad Pro, right? And that has two sizes, 12.9 inch and the 11 inch. What I think is going to happen, Apple is going to be releasing maybe like an 8.5 inch to 9.5 inch in that range of an iPad Air, because there's only one size iPad Air, 10.9 inch. It would make sense for them to release an 8.5 inch iPad Air, because the mini product line from Apple hasn't been the most successful. The iPad mini is basically an oversized iPhone around the same size. It came out in 2012, was the new kind of design for iPad. And all the other iPads took that design. The iPhone has gotten bigger, and the iPad mini is just left in the dust. And the iPhone 12 mini hasn't been successful. It's a good phone, it's a great phone, but it just hasn't sold, and it hasn't sold much. The battery in it is terrible, but you're probably like, Alex, why are you talking about the 12 mini? Because it's the mini, it's the product name. The Mac mini is basically just, they barely sell any. They sell some, but they don't sell a lot. The Mac mini hasn't been updated, the chassis hasn't been updated. It's not a car, what am I thinking? Like the frame hasn't been updated since 2012, I'm pretty sure, or like 10 years ago almost. The iPad mini was the same way. Came out in 2012 and hasn't been changed at all. Maybe once it's gotten thinner, but overall it's the same chassis. Why am I using that? Is that the right word, or is that for like a car or something? Anyways, that's my reasoning why I think the iPad mini is going to be discontinued. It's just done. It hasn't been selling well ever since the iPad mini 4, so basically the 5. The iPad mini 5 hasn't been selling well. It's the same size of the current iPhones, basically. The biggest iPhone is 6.7 inches. The iPad mini is 7.9 inches. You can't call it an iPad if it's almost the same size as an iPhone. That's why I believe, just like the iPad Pro, there's two sizes, 12.9 and 11 inch. If you do the math, that's 1.9. So 10.9 minus, because the iPad Air is 10.9. 10.9 minus 1.9 is just 9 inches. So I think if they made a 9-inch iPad mini but named it the iPad Air 9-inch with the Apple Pencil, if you guys haven't seen the new leaks for the Apple Pencil 3, it's smaller to fit the smaller iPad mini. And basically, if you connect the dots, you're going to realize that they're trying to refresh the iPad mini and name it the iPad Air 9-inch or whatever, 8.5 inch. Basically, the iPad mini sits in this weird spot. It has the A12 Bionic, just like the 8th generation iPad. Has all the same features, basically, as the 8th generation iPad, but it costs more. I think that having the iPad mini as a whole nother thing in Apple's iPad lineup, it's too much. And I believe that if they have 3 different devices, Mac Mini, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, it's always 3 things. There's the iPod Touch, iPod Classic, iPod Nano, always 3 things. I think they're planning on making it so it's the iPad, like the budget iPad, the iPad Air. I think the budget iPad will stick with, it might go up to $349, because that's also rumored to get a 10.5 inch display, but I don't think they're going to do that yet. But I think it's going to stick with $329, and then the next one will be the iPad Air 9-inch or 8.5 inch, and I think that will be around, well, the current iPad mini is $399. It's going to have to be more than that. If it's going to have the A14, maybe it will stick with the $399, but since the iPad Air 4 was higher than the iPad Air 3's price, from $499 to $599, we might see a jump in price, go from $449, not $499, because that's only $100 difference than the iPad Air 4. I know it's confusing, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. Maybe it's out there, but in my opinion, I think the mini is just going to be discontinued, and I think it's going to be a smaller version of the iPad Air, basically redesigned as the iPad Air. It's going to have the USB-C, it's going to have all of that, but you're probably wondering, what are they going to do with the Magic Keyboard? They might release a smaller Magic Keyboard. There is no smart connector on the iPad mini 5, is there? No. Maybe what they're going to do also is release for the budget iPad a 10.5 inch and also a 9.7, but that might be too close, because they could reuse the 9.7 inch iPad chassis, put a 9.7 inch screen on it, or they can make it in between. Like if they went to went to make 2 sizes for the budget iPad, maybe they do that. But also, if you're buying a budget iPad, you don't really have the option to get something more expensive. It's always like $300 or less or more for a budget iPad. To see them make a $200 iPad, it just wouldn't make sense being smaller than 10.2 inches. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna stick with that lineup, like I said. And guys, that's what I believe. So I've reached the end of this video. If you guys please subscribe, drop a like on this video, turn on all notifications. But also, besides that, I have made a Discord for weekly podcasts. It's going to be on FaceTime. You're probably wondering, Alex, FaceTime's only for iPhone. It's not anymore. We can share a link across people who we want to share the link to. They can put their name in just like Zoom. It just works easier for me, as well as I want to be able to screen record it on my iPad, upload it to YouTube, as well as iTunes. You're going to be on iTunes, guys, if you want to be part of this. We're going to be talking tech, video games, because I know a lot of you guys like video games and want me to talk more about the Steam Deck and all that. That will be in a future video. I want to talk about it when it actually releases, but that's besides the point. Please join my podcast every Saturday. My Discord information will be down in the description box below. If you're new to the channel, please drop a like on this video. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications to never miss out on a brand new video on the channel. I can't promise any more videos this week. I think Saturday will be the next upload for the podcast. And yeah, guys, if you know anything about like uploading it, I know how to upload them to iTunes from SoundCloud, but you can only have a certain amount of storage. But if I figure something out, maybe I'll be able to pay for it. I don't know. Podcasts seem to be the thing nowadays. That's where I'm gonna leave off today's video. Thanks guys for watching. It's been real. It's been Alex. Peace out.